We're glad you're watching. In studio with us is Pastor Allemu Haile, who is the leader of the Adventist Church in Ethiopia Union. And he's here to share with us some of the experiences that he's having as a leader of the union that I've mentioned, that is Ethiopia Union, as well as his personal experience, his walk with Christ. And we're very glad to have you, Pastor, in studio.
Thank you.
Let's start from probably you giving us a general, what do you think is the general perspective of the people of Ethiopia as far as the Adventist Church is concerned? Is the church received kindly in Ethiopia?
Not that much, but still the church made impact in the country.
Yes.
Especially from the beginning in education and health. Then recently, the past 20 years, through AWR.
Yes.
So the church is well known, even though the membership is low when we are comparing with the population.
Yes.
But the church is actually well respected, and the church is actually considered as the organization who works for the country, educating, also giving health service.
Mm.
Yeah.
Talking of Adventist World Radio, I understand it's one of the tools, the very powerful tools that you've been able to use effectively in ministry in Ethiopia Union. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, okay. Actually, since we started the AWR program, we broadcast in 4 languages.
Yes.
Amharic, Oromifa, Tigrinya, and Afar. Especially from the 2 languages, Amharic and Oromifa, we get a lot of responses,
yes.
Letters, and some areas, even the whole group, they join our church.
Yes.
Recently, I think this beginning of this year and the end of last year in December, November, we got about 40 people in one location. Then within 3 months, there's another location also. So everywhere when you go, we call it AWR is Air Force. So the pastors are doing ground force. The ground force is not faster like the Air Force. Yes, the Air Force is doing well, but locating those people, going to those area, it takes a long time. But we give to all the fields that sometimes they may not reach them. But still, recently we have done about 3 or 4 locations that we conducted revival meetings and evangelistic effort. So at present, from prison, military camps, in different areas, people are actually listening our radio. Yeah, so the 2 languages, Amharic and Oromifa, we have many listeners, but we have four languages. So those contributed a lot beside the health
yes.
Work and also the schools. We have about 62 schools, and we have 1 college and about 14 clinics and 1 hospital. We used to have 4 hospitals, but now at present we have only 1 hospital. So the church is well known and respected.
So what would you say in terms of probably bringing just us up to speed in terms of the work of the Adventist Church as far as mission is concerned in Ethiopia Union? Yeah,
actually this is the main tool. At this point, even when I'm giving you this information, there is a pastor who's conducting, Pastor Bekele,
yes.
through Adventist Radio for 14 days. He started on Sunday, so it will continue. So this, actually, we distributed tracts, about 5,000 copies, invitation, the time, and the band that they are looking. So that is actually one of the factors we are using. AWR contributed a lot. So the gospel is actually reached to people. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't, they wait a little bit. But in every direction, when you go south, west, north, and east, and central, we find many people joining the church through AWR.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the other program that the World Church is running? Of course, the Great Hope Project.
Yeah.
How has it been felt?
Well, actually, the Great Hope Project is moving, but we were not using English, so we were translating to local language. So we translated in Amharic, and already we print about 50,000 copies recently, and also we are translating in Oromifa. So this is also on the move, because translating took a lot. So just we started the end of 2012.
Yes.
It was in November. We launched the 50,000 copies. Every field is taking, except one field. One field they speak Oromifa. Very few they will take Amharic. The remaining they have to print also in Oromifa. That it's a great hope is moving. Yeah, even though it's late because of translation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there specific challenges probably that you would like to to mention? So excuse me, to mention that are affecting mission in Ethiopia Union? Specific challenges.
Challenge. A lot of challenges. Number one, the majority are Muslim and Orthodox, so we are minorities when we are comparing. So to reach, in Ethiopia, Orthodox and Muslim are actually very strong. Muslims maybe 35 to 40%, and the same, the Protestants is less than 80% or 20%. So to reach is not easy. It's not easy. It's tough, and it's closed. Some areas even you can't preach. You don't conduct evangelical effort outside the churches. So in general, it's tough, but still, by God's grace, we are penetrating through Gospel Outreach Canada, also Adventist Mission.
Yes.
So through those channels and methods, we are doing very well.
So what do you think that should be done differently or more?
Yeah, actually, the other thing we think is the center of influence.
Yes.
We have a plan in Addis Ababa to build very tall building, about 14-story building. So that will be one of the methods to reach people. So we'll have guest house, 56 guest house, gym, health center, vegetarian cafeteria, ABC, and media center. All those will contribute, because the location that we are is actually prime location at the center of the city. So we are planning to put something there. So, 7 days Sabbath, Saturdays as Sabbath, and Christ is coming soon. Or such thing we want to put on that building.
So in other words, you're saying you want to use more of non-conventional methods to be able to reach out to the general population.
Yeah, using, we produce, we don't broadcast there. So we record, we send it. So in the future, maybe it will be allowed to use television. Even we don't use FM. We are not allowed. There's no license there. So I think in the future it will be improved. But the way we are using is better. The other thing is we have about 31 universities, almost 33 by the way, recently. So in all those universities we have Adventist students. So we are planning to those students to train and send them during winter time to go and preach. So that will be another mechanism that we can reach people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably in the next 2 to 3 years, what are your priorities? Yeah,
our priority is next to the first one is to complete this center of influence. It will take us 2 to 3 years.
Yes. The
building we may start maybe the end of this year or so. That's one of them. The second one is to, as I mentioned, to use young people, those who are in universities and colleges.
Yes.
So, and the other one is to train young people also to join the gospel work, because recently, we have shortage of evangelists. So we are training. At present, at college, we have 31 workers attending at our college, Queer Adventist College. On some we send here in different areas. So, and the other one, we have a plan to open training center. These members also workers to train to witness, because witnessing is very important. We are considered as Adventists. We are not comparing with other denominations. Yes, are witnessing a lot. But ours is, actually the radio, the Hope Channel, the 3ABN, they contributed a lot, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, many people, they listen, they watch, the 3ABN and the Hope Channel, adding also AWR. Those will bring a lot of impact in Ethiopia.
What is your greatest wish for the church, for the work of the Adventist Church in Ethiopia?
Oh, number one, to increase our membership. That's number two is to to unite the people in the country and to get permission to use FM. That's the greatest wish, because we are praying.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the future, we are hoping that there will be a possibility of using FM.
Yes.
So that's our wish.
And
because if we get that opportunity,
yes,
that will be actually a great privilege.
Because I understand there are other countries where those things that you're mentioning as challenges, to them they are not, and yet probably for some reason they are not doing as well. Okay. So what will be your message to probably such?
Yeah, this this opportunity, we don't want to miss them. When you are using radio, TV, like as we are using AWR, you reach people that no evangelist can reach. So I prefer rather than having many evangelists to support these programs. So the reason is I think finance. So that finance area, I want to encourage even members and workers to contribute for those projects. So that's my encouragement, and I want to encourage members and workers to invest their time, their energy, talent, and their money.
Okay.
Their resources.
Yes,
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
Your vision as a leader of the Adventist Church in Ethiopia Union, what do you want to achieve at the end of your time?
Yeah, my vision is actually, the first one is to train all workers, qualified and competent, very educated people. That's the one, the first one. And the second one is, to have more dependable, fields, clinics, schools. Our schools and clinics are not to the standard. So the schools, they need to be actually transformed.
Yes.
Yeah, as a leader, so I wish all the schools to be transformed and known by every citizen, and to be chosen by every individual with average payment.
Yes.
Yeah, actually in Ethiopia, our schools are average. We don't charge that much. So they are well known, but facility-wise, we are not to the standard. So we want to upgrade the standard of the schools.
Okay. What will be your closing comments?
Closing comments, I want to encourage every Adventist to use technology. Because today we are living in 21st century. We can't use the way we have been using in the past. So my encouragement is to use the tools that the present people are using it. So young people, even old people, adults, and children, they are acquainted with technology. So we have to use technology. That's my advice. Everybody should use technology.
Right.
You have to be friendly with technology.
All right. Well said.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and we
You're
wish
welcome.
you all the best in your
Thank you
endeavors.
too. Yeah.
And we're praying for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you.